name John Carberry. I live in Carberry, and I'm deaf myself.
So John, just to start off with, can you tell us a wee bit around why we have two languages here, British Sign Language and Irish Sign Language?
It's important for the public to be aware. In Ireland, we have two languages covering both British and Irish Sign Language. Why? Because in Ireland itself, we have two special schools for deaf children going into. One is Dublin, where everyone was brought up open to the world of Irish Sign Language. Here in the north, we have a special school where everyone is exposed to the world of British Sign Language. Both languages are language of our own. Both are not spoken languages made of sound or reading. The languages of gestural and grammar, but the signs are different and the things spell are different. If it's okay, if I could give you an example of the two languages. For example, in British Sign Language, a sign is good. That's the sign for good in British Sign Language. In Irish, we sign good. And another sign in British Sign Language for school. In Irish, school. And the finger spell is different. In British Sign Language, I finger spell my name, John, John, John. In Irish, John. Now you see, there's two different ways of spelling used in British and Irish.
Thank you. So thinking back over the last 30 years, what do you think has had the biggest impact in terms of disability rights?
Biggest impact nowadays is our issues regarding people with disabilities and deafness is more exposed than chairs growing up. Our areas of disabilities and deafness was never opened. It was shut, covered, hidden from the public. The information was given out much. Nowadays, things are becoming more clear and open. It's good to see deaf people, disabled people nowadays standing open, making a noise, making a voice for their rights or equality to be heard.
Why do you think that has changed over time? Why do you think people are more likely to have that voice now?
I think the reason why nowadays is because many people like myself and other strong disabled people nowadays are standing at the front, speaking for their disability issues, their deaf issues. Looking back, a lot of those kids were never exposed, shared, given out.
Okay. So in 2004, British and Irish Sign Languages both became recognised languages in Northern Ireland. Some people will probably be surprised that that didn't happen until 2004. Why do you think it took so long to get them recognised as languages?
That time in office here, the Secretary that time was Paul Murphy. At that time we had direct rule here in Northern Ireland. Before we had direct rule here in Northern Ireland, it was very difficult to get through, but because of the direct rule, it made it easier, more open, accessible for us to contact the Northern Ireland office. I think I owe my thanks to the Secretary of State, Boland. It was through her good understanding, willingness to make our language acceptable, recognise it, because it happened in England. If it happened in England, it should have happened here too.
And at the minute, there is a campaign to bring forward a Sign Language Act in Northern Ireland. Why is that so important?
It's important now because so much noise has been going on every day in the people's TV, radio, talking about Irish language, other Scots. To be honest, I have no issue regarding either, but it's important for sign language to be a part of the Language Act because you have to understand, remember, the Irish language, other Scots, they are both languages of choice. Our language is a language of need, which is very important for us to have our language given a place of need.
Okay, thank you. So, thinking about human rights, do you think that disabled people, deaf and disabled people here in Northern Ireland now think of themselves as having those rights?
To be honest with you and to be fair, I think our human rights is not being met yet so far. We have a big battle to get our human rights to be given a place to be recognised as a right. We have to keep fighting, make a voice for our human rights to be given a right. Because we are part of human. We live nowadays in society, the same as anyone. But sometimes our rights, our voice is not often taken or listened to.
And do you think that has changed over the last 50, 40, 30 years, that people see it as a rights issue?
I think growing up with my deafness, my issue, and other people with disabilities were never heard, seen nowadays, because there are a lot of very good will with good people within the disability society, in the society. We're now moving, standing, making a noise for our rights now. It's much better now. I think we're moving, but we need to move faster and stronger together.
Okay. So, John, you were part of the old Disability Rights Commission in Northern Ireland. Some people may not even know that existed, but do you want to tell us a little bit about what the Disability Rights Commission did and what you did during that time?
For me, it was an honour to be asked to sit on the Disability Rights Commission. It was really a privilege because on the commission I was only alone. We had other very good disabled people as well, with Monica and others. So we had a very good balance of people from the other part of the legal side. So it was challenging, opening. I think we were very lucky at that time. The commission was a very good team to work together.
And do you think that was vital in getting disability discrimination legislation in Northern Ireland?
The purpose of the Disability Rights Commission, DRC, was to establish the DDR, because we know within the commission a lot of the issues concern disabled people when they're unable. So that was our hope, to make our issues our case to move with equality commission. But unfortunately, for me, I'm saying this now, with equality commission doing some good work, but I would like to see people with disabilities involved in the commission to make a noise, a voice for disabled people.
And in terms then, whenever the DDA came in and you got the legislation through, what was the feeling back then? Was there a feeling of, great, this is it? Or was there excitement around how did it feel back then?
I think it was 50-50 with DDR. To be fair, some people will come to DDR here in Northern Ireland, but there were a lot of other people who didn't know much about the DDR, what the DDR can do for them, and how they can contact DDR. But our hope in those days was our issues would be looked into, to be supported, but we haven't got really there.
So in terms of then, when all that was happening, we were also in the Troubles. And I suppose the question is, did that impact on being able to lobby have that voice heard when there was so much other stuff going on in Northern Ireland?
I myself am a person who grew up with the Troubles, looking back of the Troubles over 30 years, that affect many people like myself, and I believe also affect many disabled people to have access to go out about, to make the voices challenged it. We were very limited. The Trouble, in some small way, did affect our lives.
And one of the questions was around, in England you had big street protests and people chaining themselves to buses, and so that didn't seem to really happen in Northern Ireland. Why do you think that was, or why didn't it happen?
That's true. I've seen on TV, I've seen in the people, a lot of people with disabilities marching, seeing with dead people, they've marched for the right for sign language act or sign language bill. Here, that happened. So good or bad? Well, there's a mixture of good and bad. The march at this time is good, but I'm not very sure if it works. The only thing I believe works is when we ourselves go to the top and bang the doors of our government buildings and challenge the people face to face, than standing, marching. That's my feelings.
Okay. So, last question. Looking back to your younger self, is there one thing that you thought would have changed that hasn't?
Never changed. Growing up, be honest with you, I never thought I would be where I am today. Waiting for rights, equality for both deaf and disabled people. I have no regrets because standing up for deaf people and disabled people rights. I'm proud. I would like and hope we have more people like myself coming up to keep on the fight and the battle to win rights and equality.
And is there anything you would say to a young person now about what they need to do for the next 30 years?
For any young grown-up person with a disability or deaf, please, with you young people, you will be tomorrow's people like me and yesterday's people. You are tomorrow's people. So stand up, believe in yourselves, believe in your equality, believe in your rights. To let down the good work people like myself and others have been standing, waiting for. To let us down, keep on the battle.